Do you ever wonder why some men rise to the top while others remain at the bottom? Why are some individuals revered, while others are forgotten? No matter how much they strive to please, the truth lies in the very nature of power itself. In this world, being liked is a trap. Sanctity of silence. It's an illusion, a chain that keeps you bound to mediocrity, forever waiting for approval and validation. But there is a different path, a path forged by strength, by the refusal to be tamed, and by the willingness to stand alone. The obedient dog, it's a metaphor for the man who seeks approval and lives in constant fear of disapproval. The man who fears rejection clings to the idea that being liked will protect him. But this mindset is a trap. It's a quiet surrender of sovereignty, the moment you decide that others' opinions matter more than your own autonomy. Sanctity of silence. When you seek to be liked, you're not just seeking acceptance. You're giving up the power to think, act, and decide for yourself. You are controlled by the whims of others, your movements dictated by the reactions of the crowd. In the world of power, this is a crippling weakness. Power is not granted, it is seized. You must create your own space, independent of others' validation. The moment you prioritize approval over your own will is the moment you hand over your autonomy to others. And once you give up your autonomy, you no longer possess the ability to rise or lead. This is why you remain powerless. As long as you walk around hoping to please others, you will never command the respect you seek, nor the power you deserve. To truly rise above, you must give up the need to be liked, and instead, focus on mastering your own destiny without the approval of anyone else. The dog is obedient, loyal, and always eager to please. But this is precisely what makes it so weak. Loyalty, in this case, is not a virtue, but a leash. The dog is trained to follow commands, to wait for approval before acting, and to live for the praise and affection of its master. This is a creature conditioned to rely on others for survival. Its loyalty is its greatest weakness, as it is enslaved to the desires of those it serves. This mindset is incredibly dangerous in both personal and political life. The obedient man, like the dog, is enslaved by the need for validation. He moves not by his own will, but by the will of those around him. He cannot think independently, cannot act without the permission of others, and becomes paralyzed by the fear of rejection. He cannot lead, because leadership requires independence, strength, and the courage to make decisions without waiting for approval. In the political arena, this man is a pawn, easily manipulated by those who not share his loyalty. He is praised when he is useful, punished when he is disobedient, and discarded when he no longer serves a purpose. The obedient man believes that kindness, obedience, and harmlessness will keep him safe. But he is fooling himself. The world does not reward the obedient, it uses them. And when times of crisis arise, the obedient are the first to be sacrificed. Niceness, it's often seen as a virtue, a sign of moral superiority. Yet it's one of the greatest weaknesses you can possess. Niceness is a tool used to pacify, to make others comfortable. The man who tries to please everyone is rarely remembered for his strength, but for his lack of presence. To be nice is to be predictable, controllable, and ultimately irrelevant. Those who seek to be liked often find themselves bending to others' wills, sacrificing their own needs and desires to avoid conflict or disapproval. The world does not reward kindness, it rewards power. Poundsland's power is not about being liked, but about being feared. Those who rise to the top are not those who seek approval, but those who are willing to make tough decisions, to break the rules when needed, and to take what they want by force. The nice man seeks approval, but the powerful man commands respect. Niceness blinds you to the realities of the world. It makes you soft, and softness is easily exploited. To truly thrive, you must let go of the need for others to like you. Niceness will not protect you. It will make you a target. It will keep you in a state of constant appeasement, of silence, forever trying to keep the peace while the true players of the game make the moves that shape the future. It's time to stop being nice and start being strategic. Machiavelli was clear: power is not about being loved, but about being feared. The man who is loved is often vulnerable, silence, while the man who is feared can act without hesitation, knowing that others will obey his commands out of respect for his strength, not his kindness. In Machiavelli's view, those who rise to power are those who understand the nature of fear and use it to their advantage. The truth about power is that it resides in perception, not in reality. People are not afraid of what you can do. They are afraid of what they think you can do. Power is built on the perception of danger, sanctity of silence, the understanding that crossing you will have consequences. If you live to be liked, you will always be dependent on the approval of others. But if you live to be feared, you will build an empire. Power is not about seeking affection, it's about controlling the narrative, shaping the world around you, and ensuring that your presence commands respect. The wolf is a creature of calculated strength, restraint, and precision. It does not act out of aggression or emotion. It strikes only when necessary, only when the timing is perfect. The wolf knows that true power is not in noise or recklessness, but in silence and precision. It understands that aggression, when misused, is a sign of desperation. Assertiveness, however, is the mark of strength. The man who embodies the wolf is not concerned with making a display of power. He does not need to bark to show his strength to the world. His presence alone commands respect. The wolf does not need to fight every battle. He waits, observes, and strikes only when victory is assured. Silence. The wolf understands the value of timing, the art of patience, and the need to control one's emotions in the face of provocation. The wolf silence. The wolf when to act and when to remain still. The man who embodies the wolf does not let emotions dictate his actions. He is not moved by anger, fear, or frustration. He acts with purpose, with calculation, and with the knowledge that every move must be deliberate and necessary. The wolf is silent, yet deadly. Of silence. The man who wears the wolf inside him walks through the world with confidence, knowing that he will only act when it benefits him. Society does not reward the kind, the agreeable, or the obedient. It rewards the ruthless, the powerful. The ones who are willing to act when necessary, without hesitation or mercy. The meek may survive, but they will never thrive. Sanctity of silence. Those who rise to power are not those who seek approval, but those who are willing to make difficult decisions, to break the rules when needed, and to take what they want by force. The world respects strength, not kindness. The ruthless man, though often reviled, is the one who secures his place at the top. He is feared, not liked, and that is what gives him power. In a world of wolves and predators, the weak are consumed. The powerful understand that loyalty is conditional and that survival depends on the ability to adapt, to strike when needed, and to discard loyalty when it no longer serves them. Of silence. The world rewardeth ruthless, because they are the ones who can command the respect of others, who can create their own destiny. Kindness may win friends, but it will never win power. Power is earned through strength, decisiveness, of silence, and the willingness to do what others are too weak to do. Guilt and shame are the tools used by the weak to control the strong. When you feel guilt, sanctity of silence, you are responding to others' judgments, not your own. The man who is controlled by guilt and shame is a slave to others' opinions. He fears rejection, abandonment, and the loss of approval. This mindset is a prison, and it keeps you from taking the actions you need to take in order to rise. To stop being controlled by guilt and shame, you must let go of the need for others' validation. You must stop apologizing for who you are, for the decisions you make, sanctity of silence, and for the actions you take. You are not here to please everyone, and you certainly are not here to live by anyone's rules but your own. Guilt and shame are signs of weakness. They are the tools used by those in power to keep you in check. The strong do not beg for forgiveness. They do not apologize for their actions. They act without hesitation, without guilt, and without shame. Of silence, the world does not care about your moral compass. It cares about your ability to take what you want. To stop being controlled by guilt and shame is to free yourself from the chains that keep you from your true power. To rise in this world, you must shed the weakness of the obedient dog and embrace the strength of the wolf. Power is not given, it is taken. The world does not reward the harmless, the kind, or the obedient. It rewards those who command respect through strength, fear, and the willingness to act without mercy. The dog lives in submission, craving affection, but the wolf stands alone, powerful and ruthless. If you wish to be more than just a servant to others, you must become the wolf. You must stop seeking approval, stop begging for affection, and start taking what is yours by right. Embrace the wolf within you, the creature that does not wait for permission, the creature that does not seek validation, the creature that survives and thrives, regardless of who stands in its way. This is your call to action. The dog must die for the wolf to emerge. Take control of your own fate, master your own destiny, and rise above the pack. The world does not reward the meek, it rewards those who are willing to be feared, respected, and ruthless.